Okay, we left off. We're still on page test here. So he said over here, he's going on the acronym of basar. The human being is made of flesh. Flesh is basar. Beis, shin, resh, sin resh. So the beis stands for busha. He says busha, the beis corresponds to what? To the tzelem. The tzelem, we speak about the form. The man was created in the form of God, correct? The tzelem is the face. When a person has shame, what do? You cover your face. So therefore, it manifests itself. Okay? The nefesh is what? The nefesh is the life source. Nefesh doesn't mean neshama. A human being, not only do you have a neshama, when a person dies and departs, there's a nefesh, there's a life source which remains attached to the body at some level. The Gemara says, and that's the reason why when the body decomposes in the ground and the maggots or the worms eat the body, there's pain. Why is the pain? At some level, whatever that pain is. I mean, the human being, it's dust. What pain is there? The answer is because there's a nefesh. There is some degree of life left in the body, and that's what experiences the pain. No. This is the decomposition. That's part of the what? That's part of the kapara. That's part of the atonement. The decomposition in the ground is part of the atonement. The neshama, if it has to be purged, goes to Gehenna. That's the spiritual. That's on a spiritual level. No, the neshama. The neshama happens. The Gemara at the end of Shabbos speaks about this. Not buried. Then once it's buried, the neshama detaches itself and ascends to be judged. But the body in the ground, right away, the maggots are there. Haguf. And what's the guf? The guf is purely the physicality of the body. Omar rimo. Shuya rimo. He's going to be turned, what? Into worms. The food for worms. This is before Hot Mountain. Okay? Could be the nefesh, maybe does mean the neshama. Koshol doesn't necessarily have to be grave. Gemara says that, there's 7 levels to Gehenna. There's an expression, shol tachtis. Shol tachtis is the lowest level of Gehenna. That's what we call sub-basement. God forbid. A person should go there. Shol tachtis. Kachesh shlosh gamki lach lishno. The sova bosu hu abusha. Boser is busha, sirchon. Sirchon is what? Is putrid. Rimo. Sova ki abusha nemar al bittul hatzelim. Shu mekabel habusha kol shamarnu. Person is stripped of his godliness. It's interesting. I once mentioned, not long ago, there's no Rechaim HaKodesh that says that if a person becomes a Rasha, his neshama leaves his body. Doesn't it? In his lifetime. And he's continuing to live just with a nefesh. You do not have a neshama. And that's the meaning that Rishon Chaim Kruyim Mason, like there's an expression, he has no soul. He's so evil, he has no soul. Factually, a person could live as a fully functioning without a soul. Because he's so evil, the soul is an entity of holiness. It can't be contained in that entity of evil. The neshama. It departs. He's doing the deals on Wall Street. He's doing whatever he's doing over there. He has no soul. He's purely an intellectual animal. As an animal has no neshama, this man has no neshama. He has no relevance to spirituality. Purely intellectual animal. Okay, great. He has a chance. He has a chance to do tshuva. He does tshuva. It returns. The soul returns. And also, you have to have bad guys. No, for others. It's Russia Vitovlo. It's a problem. No. What is Hashem keep Rishon around? Because that's the rep. No. I give you six other reasons. If you only have tzaddikim, only good role models, people. You have no. It minimizes the choice. But if you have an evil person, he's number 3 in Forbes, and everything he does, he has the Midas touch. Because you see, no rhyme or reason. The man's so evil. Why is things going so well for him? So you see, you don't have to be such a tzaddik. Rosh v'tovlo. V'asircho nemer al bittul ha-nefesh, ki ha-nefesh ukim odom. Here, this is bittul ha-nefesh, kum ha-melech shukim ha-bosar shlo yasriach. Quotes, it's interesting. He says, just as when you salt meat, salting meat, that's how you preserve meat. It's a preservative, right? Therefore, it doesn't rot. So the neshama is similar to the salt. It's interesting. The Gemara Bracha says it applies it differently. It says, just as the salt, it says yisur mimarkim. So when a person suffers, it causes the body, it causes the person to be atoned. So it says kashem sha melech b'matik habosar, as salt sweetens the meat. The meat becomes sweeter. Yisurim also b'matkim. The yisurim, they also sweeten the person's situation. Because if the person doesn't have a degree of suffering in his life, you're gonna hear the music. Like came up this morning, the elevator guy was playing. The walls of the elevator were vibrating. That's how loud it was. And that's an understatement. The kind of music a person's gonna hear. That's also the elevator going down, not going up. Okay, that's for Shalom Shudas. The nefesh maintains the flesh of the person. Is quoted the Gemara we had, remember? A little bit we learned Chelek with Antoninus and Rebbe. Antoninus asked Rebbe, when does the neshama go into the child? So Rebbe says, right? No. He says after 40 days. Antoninus says no, immediately. Because if not, it would become putrid and it would never develop into life. So he says, you see clearly the neshama, so we see clearly, it's the neshama actually causes it that it should not become putrid. So what prevents the sirchon? What prevents the putridness of the body is the neshama. The neshama maintains the body, it should be viable. Once it departs, it starts becoming putrid, it starts rotting. He was right. Rabbi Yonah said he was right. That Antoninus was correct and he was wrong. No, conception. Conception. Pre-med. I don't think it's... That's of course, it's a whole different discussion, abortion. Life is 40 days. Before 40 days, it's easier to have an abortion. After 40 days, it's much more complicated. It doesn't make a difference. But it's still not called life. No, there's life. The two things. There's neshama and there's life. Two different things. No, it's not. It's not. It's an acronym. We're saying the base of basar is for busha. It's like acronym. Each letter represents something else. Okay? It's like Rabbi. Right, outstanding, and I don't know, we'll figure out what the B stands for. Exactly. Humble. Okay. Otherwise, the seed, the semen, would become putrid, and it'll never fertilize the ovum. So we see that sirchon is the cause, is the bittul when the neshama departs. Avo rimo ubittul aguf. It's when the body starts decomposing. He says these are things which are profound, deep. Odom mora al havayoso. Odom tells you about what the essence of the person is. Mashu odom. V'shein bosa mora al achriso. Hear this. Odom is your odom, but the flesh is the ultimate, is the end. What are you? Your flesh. Odom is the potential of the person. You're a human being. You're like he's a piece of flesh. So what does that mean? It's worthless. V'shem bosa shim al achriso she'odom omeid olov. 1 second. The Gemara says in Shabbos, says that when David passed away, David was born in Shabbos, and he passed away on Shabbos. And he originally asked Hashem, when will he die? So, so he says, Hashem says, no human beings ever told when he will die. So that I can't share with you. But I can tell you, it's going to be on a Shabbos. So Gemara says that, therefore, David on Shabbos, he didn't stop learning for a moment, and the Malach HaMavis wasn't able to take him. And it was the 70th year. He only was given 70 years. He had to die. So the Malach HaMavis came and he distracted him for a moment, and the moment there was that pause of learning, it says he fell and he died. And it says, so there was a whole discussion, the body's muktzah, that's the whole discussion of Shabbos. So the Gemara says that Og Melech HaBoshem was a giant, and a newborn baby, could you compare a newborn child, infant to Og Melech HaBoshem? So the Gemara says, but yet, a newborn baby when he's born, the achborim, the rodents will not eat its body. But Og Melech HaBoshem, it's food for the rodents. The rodents start gnawing away its body. Why? Because an animal or a rodent could sense the life in the child. Once Og dies, he's flesh and bones. He's food for the maggots, food for the rodents, food for whatever it is. But as long as there's the chiyus, there's the life in the child, even though the child's a helpless infant, animals, rodents, they stay away. They will not gnaw on its body. That's the Gemara. So again, what is it? They have a sense. They have a sense of the life. It's connected to the neshama. There's an aura as a result of the neshama, which even the unintelligible creature has a sense of what that is. Like a person, let's say, even a person's buried alive. When did the maggots start eating him? It's not when he's alive. It's when he dies. Why? Because why not? Because the life, they won't. So it's only the total physicality of the person that has to do with maggots and worms. Okay. What? Once had a case, this person till today, he's a doctor in the emergency room in Shari Tzedek. And comes from St. Louis originally. He's Baal Tshuva. And he went to medical school. He got married, he must have been about in his early 40s. And today's probably in his mid-60s. So his father really much wanted him to finish up his education, to take his exams, do his internship, everything. After he finished medical school in Baal Tshuva, he's going to sit and learn. He's going to sit and learn. So he was studying, he was in the Mir in Brooklyn. So he was in Israel in the Mir. I had him over every once in a while for Shabbos. And comes, I said to him, he tells me his father would like him to finish this and that, but he figures he should learn. I said, did you ever consult with the Das Torah? So he once discussed it with Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky. Rabbi Yaakov was alive. So he says, so I said, so what did Rabbi Yaakov say? He says, you should finish up your medical career. And then, after you have everything in place, then you can sit and learn. And you can do both. Be a doctor and learn, whatever it is. So I said, did you listen to Rabbi Yaakov? He says, no. I said, why not? He says, but I have to learn. You understand? No. He said, talk about humility. God says do it, but I have to be humble. What are you talking about? God says do what you do it. You're going to tell Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky what Torah is and what Torah is not.